Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome back to another episode of Lumber and Loggers presented by Draft Day Sports. A couple of guys talking about two of America's favorite pastimes, beer and baseball. My name is Pat, and with me tonight I have
CJ. Hey, everybody.
Welcome back to another episode, everyone. So, we have an exciting slate to get to tonight. Some crazy news broke today. I don't know. Do we just want to start with our laying the lumber nominee? Do we just want to start with it?
Yeah, it's like news, laying the lumber nominee kind of thing. It's like in between.
Nominee. I mean, we could talk about yours, but it doesn't matter, right? The other guy doesn't matter.
It's
tonight. Fair. CJ, who are we talking about? Who's taking the crown?
Do you want me to say it like how I shouldn't say it?
Shohei OHTANI.
OHTANI.
Shohei OHTANI. Shohei OHTANI is the first player to ever reach the 50-50 club. 50 stolen bases, 50 home runs. He's actually got a few games left, so he can even set the benchmark even higher. If he keeps having games like he did tonight, he definitely will be setting that bar so much higher. It is
Did
wild.
you see my news update, like, in there? Could I put his stats in or whatever, what he needed? So I did this all tonight before the game, and it was he needed 2 home runs and 1 stolen base, and he had 10 games left.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, he's got a good chance of getting it, right? And then all of a sudden he goes off tonight. What did he have tonight?
Tonight he went a measly 6 for 6. You know, even 6 for 6 with just singles would be a good game. He had some pop. He was definitely laying the lumber tonight. So he went 6 for 6, 10 RBIs. He had 3 home runs, and he had 2 doubles. The man, like, at some point, why don't you just start walking him? Like, the Dodgers ended up beating the Marlins 20-4, and he had half of those RBIs.
I mean, 3 home runs, 2 doubles, and 10 RBIs is a good week.
Yeah,
for people.
That's like, laying the lumber nominee right there for a week long.
Yeah.
He did that today. Crazy, man.
And me being, luckily I have the advantage of being at home for work. So I was able to, I got like a notification on my phone that he got the stolen base that he needed. And then I went and looked at the box score, and he was 3 for 3 at that point in the 4th inning. I'm like, oh, he's hitting a home run. So I went on DraftKings real quick and put my free $10 bet on a OHTANI home run. It was plus 500.
I can't believe it was plus
for
500.
him. And that was a live bet.
I can't believe that was plus 500. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, dude. And then he hit a home run the next at bat. He hit 2 more. Yeah.
He also, so he needed 1 stolen base to get the 50. He has 51 now. He stole 2 bases tonight.
He stole 2?
Yeah,
so he's 51 and 51?
Yeah. No, he's...
Could he do 60-60?
I don't think he has enough games left. I think...
He's got 9 games left.
9 games left. I mean, even to get to 55, 55...
That's a home run a night and a stolen base a night.
Let me ask you, CJ, if you're facing him down the stretch, do you walk him?
Depends on what team I am. I mean, if I'm the Marlins, you're not in a playoff race. Who really cares?
Exactly. So you walk him. Give him Bonds treatment.
Oh, I mean, you can think of it both ways, right? Like, I don't care if we lose, or hey, I want a better draft pick. We're gonna pitch the OHTANI and get shelled 20-4.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
Either way,
crazy, man. All right, so I mean that's the biggest news of the night. That is obviously the most important thing. There's some other news. Kumar Rocker made his MLB debut. He was a highly touted prospect from Vanderbilt, I believe, and he made his MLB debut. I'm not even sure what he did in his debut. I don't think it was anything special. I think he did better than their other pitcher that made his debut this year.
It's a pretty cool name, Kumar Rocker.
Then one of the stories that I was seeing floating around the internet that I thought was pretty interesting was that the Twins cut a catcher that they drafted in the 9th round this year, or 6th or 9th round, and they cut him because he was tipping pitches to the opponents. and he was reported as telling his teammates that he didn't want to go any farther in the playoffs. He didn't want to play baseball anymore. So supposedly he was tipping pitches to the other team so they would win and they wouldn't have to continue on into the postseason, the minor league postseason. So
that's almost as bad as betting on a game, in my opinion.
It's almost
because that's throwing a game.
Yeah, that's worse. I think that's worse because like he doesn't have money on the line. He just doesn't want to play anymore. He's a bum,
That's crazy. Yeah, I made it to the show and almost, and then I don't want to play anymore. It's like, what?
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
What a loser.
That millions of people would die for that opportunity.
Right? What a loser. All right. Yep. Well, CJ, I know I am drinking tonight. I'm drinking the Dragon's Milk Tales of Gold again, which I've already had on here. The fridge is full of beers that need drank, and I didn't feel like picking up any more to overflow my fridge with. So I'm drinking something I already had. What about you, CJ? What do you got tonight?
So I got my birthday beer. My birthday was this past Sunday on the 15th.
Happy belated birthday.
My brother, thank you, sir. So my brother bought me a birthday beer, and it's from, we were down in the Saugerties area. It's called From the Ground Brewery, and it's called Early Glow Farmhouse Ale. Ale brewed with 100% peaches and barley.
Oh.
So it came out kind of, wasn't very, there wasn't like a head on it, really. So it almost kind of looked like a cider. And I tasted it.
It sounds like it almost would be a cider.
It's a little weird.
Yeah. Too much fruit. Yep, too much fruit.
It hits you. It's hard to explain it. I don't know what that is. I mean, I'll drink it. Thank you, Joe. I mean, the thought behind it was nice, but it's a little weird.
It's a weird one, huh? All right.
Well, I mean, it comes in this huge bottle.
That is a huge bottle. That almost looks like a wine bottle. Yeah, it almost looks like a wine bottle, dude. That's crazy. All right. Well, let's see. We got our news done. We got our beers done. Let's get into some hot and cold trends. I'll start out with the Baltimore Orioles are fading a little bit here at the end of the season, which is no bueno. Them and the Yankees were competing for the AL East title for a long time. And now they're 3 games back.
Yeah, and they have a series against the Yankees this weekend.
That's not good because they are very cold right now. They are 3-7 in their last 10.
Oh, sorry, next week.
They are 3-7 in their last 10, and they are currently in the last week. They are tied for the least amount of runs scored between them, the Pirates, and the Tampa Bay Rays. 14 runs in a week.
Ew.
Yeah, that's
brother.
Yeah, it's not.
Ew,
good.
What is that?
It's not good.
It's not good.
You know who scored the most runs in the last week?
Cardinals?
No, the Dodgers.
Oh.
The Dodgers have scored 58. So if you had the Dodgers playing the Orioles for the last week, the Dodgers would beat them 58-14.
Reesh.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you say the Mets were on like a crazy 10-game run? They scored like 99 runs.
Cubs. The Cubs were on a crazy run where they scored 99 runs in 10 games. They were averaging almost 10 runs a game. Insane. And then you have the Orioles who in 6 games scored 14 runs. So that's just slightly, or it's under. No, just slightly over 2.
Just over 2.
So
that's pretty bad.
It is very bad. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, CJ, who do you have?
I have the Detroit Tigers, sir, making a late push for the wild card. They are now only half game back of the wild card. They are 8-10 in their last 10. Just looking at that. So in that division, right, you have the Twins, Royals, Guardians. Well, Detroit is only 8 games back in the division. That's obviously locked up. You're not getting that. But I mean, they're only half game back of the Twins, who holds the final wild card spot, and the Royals, who have I think the second wild card spot, and they're only a game and a half behind or 2 games behind them. So it's definitely possible
Wait,
to
you're
make
talking
that
about the
late
Tigers?
push. Tigers, yeah.
So I'm looking at they're tied with the Twins for the last spot.
Oh, yep. I just refreshed
Yeah.
it. They are tied with the Twins for last. They're actually technically ahead of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Twins
Damn, that's
Twins
crazy.
are fading. They're 4-6 in their last 10. So
the Twins may have lost today then. Yeah, because the Tigers didn't win because they had a 4-game win streak before. So
okay.
they haven't played, so they still play tonight. So they can end up being a half game above the Twins if they win tonight.
Do they play? I don't think they play tonight.
Oh, it's a Thursday. That's true.
It's a Thursday.
We got some foosball tonight.
Yes, sir. Watching them Jets and pay toilets playing.
The pay toilets. Hey, they have a better record than the Ravens.
Yeah, 1-1. It's kind of
So what else going on? We got Houston Astros still top of the division for the AL West. Like you were saying, the Baltimore Orioles are fading. Are now 4 games back of the Yankees. Yankees actually clinched a playoff berth yesterday, I believe.
What teams have clinched?
The Yankees, Guardians, Brewers locked up the division,
Gross.
and the Dodgers clinched the playoff berth.
Did the Dodgers clinch a playoff berth?
Yes, they did. They did it yesterday, I think.
They don't have the symbol next to their name on my.
Refresh it.
Oh, let's see.
They could have just got the win.
Yeah, the Brewers locked it up. The Cubs and Cardinals are tied for second place, but they're 8 games back. So they're yep, there it is. Okay.
They're 11 games back, dude.
Are they 11 games back? I saw 8.
With only 10 games to go.
Oh, they are 11 games back. They're 7 games back of the wild card. Somehow they're not eliminated yet, which makes no sense to me.
Technically, no.
Anything.
Well, no, because technically... Right, you could technically win out and one of the teams loses out, you know?
Technically, I could win the lottery and become a billionaire, but it won't happen because I don't play.
Let's see here. So, Baltimore Orioles, they have a pretty hefty lead on the wild card, so they're up 5 games there, so they should be fine. Royals +2, they're in probably. They could still lose it, though, I'm telling you. Tigers, Twins holding that bottom spot. So what would they do, a playoff?
Yeah, they would do a 1-game playoff. Unless there's tie. I know there's like tiebreakers for like interdivisional play and stuff like that, but
Gotcha.
yeah, if they're tied, then yeah, they'll do a 1-game playoff, which really sucks because then you have to play an extra game. Do you play your ace? Do you start your ace in that game, or do you think that you can make it through without him so that you have him for the wild card round?
You know what makes things interesting is the Tigers play the Royals next week, and then they play the Orioles tomorrow.
Oh wow, that's a couple big series.
They play the Orioles this weekend, and then the Royals next week.
It's crazy to me that the Tigers are right in it, man. They would look a lot better with Jack Flaherty, man. A lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But they have Scooble.
They do have Tarek Skubal, who is very good.
Let's see here. For the... Oh, I completely forgot about the Phillies. They clinched, too. Let's see here. So, Phillies, Dodgers, Brewers.
Phillies didn't clinch yet, did they? I don't.
Oh, no, that's just saying that they're in the East.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, they're winning
you're
the
right.
East right now.
Gotcha.
Which is...
Okay, so Phillies, Dodgers, Brewers, and then we have the Padres +2.5, and then the Diamondbacks and Mets are tied for the last 2 spots. Braves are a 1.5 out, so then the Cubs, Cardinals.
I don't think they...
I mean, it would take a miracle.
Yeah.
So it's either the Braves, Mets, or Diamondbacks.
I can't believe with everything that the Mets went through that they're here. And the same thing with like the Padres. The Padres have had an up and down start to the season, and then they really turned it on. Mm-hmm. And now, like, they're a scary team. You don't want to play them in the playoffs, especially with Dylan Cease on the mound.
Yeah. Speaking of Dylan Cease, he's my Laying the Lumber nominee. This week, pitched twice, went 2-0, 14.1 innings pitched, only gave up 6 hits and 2 walks.
No earned runs.
And struck out 15 people.
No earned runs. Wow, that's impressive.
That's 8. Yeah, so that's less. That's like a... What is that math real quick? What's 8 divided by 14? Math. I'm trying to look real quick.
Well, I think it's... I mean, Dylan Cease is definitely an ace, and they look like geniuses for trading for him. It's going to be he's going to be so good on the mound for you in the playoffs.
.571 whip.
Wow.
Yikes, bro.
Okay. So I mean that's a solid runner up to Shohei Ohtani for laying the lumber for sure.
Just because you're the first person ever in MLB history of 120 years of history, whatever, you know.
Average at best. We'll see if he can get any better. You know.
That beer's not getting any better.
All right, and then coming up this weekend, we have some nationally televised games. Big series on Sunday night on ESPN. You have the Phillies and Mets with Wheeler going up against McGill. And then on Monday on ESPN?
Yeah, technically. ESPN Plus, I think.
I was going to say, that's Monday Night Football. They have 2 games on.
Yeah, there's one early, like at 7 and one late, right? The one late I wasn't that interested in. The one early I was.
There's I think it's Bengals and somebody else. It doesn't matter. This is a baseball podcast. If you want to listen to anything about football, you can check out Draft Day Sports. That is our parent channel. They talk everything football from fantasy to betting. CJ here does your waiver wire pickups and talks a little bit about fantasy. So if you want to hear anything about football, we're getting into football season. It's week 3. Check out Draft Day Sports.
And we're closing up baseball season.
Yeah, baseball season. I mean, we still got, we got playoffs, man.
Week and a half, and then playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs going into like November.
Well, for us Cardinal fans, we're going to be done here in about a week and a half.
Yeah, we'll be golfing here pretty shortly.
You know what? If we can finish the year over 500, I will take that as a win.
Why?
With how this season has gone, I will take that as a win.
I will not.
I mean, they need to look at this, and they need to work on their pitching. That's what needs to happen.
No, it's the pitching. The pitching. All right.
The pitching. Joe, you see Jordan Walker hitting.
Yeah, Jordan Walker's hitting now. He wasn't before.
Well, it's because they're getting reps. He's got confidence back. We're good. He's the next future star.
Okay, so runs. 24th in runs. 624. We're right above the Mariners, who are terrible offensively. Let's look at pitching.
We're the only team above 500 with a minus run differential.
Yeah, it's because we play so many one-run games. That's all we win. Our pitching is 6. Our ERA is 6th. It's not the pitching.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's not the pitching, dude. Our pitching's been fine. Our starters have been knocked around a little bit because they have to like walk on a tightrope because they get no run support. They need runs. And if Goldie was hitting like he was in the tail end of this season all year long, it would have been a very. I see Nolan Arenado dog at the first base again. I will cut him myself. I will tell him he's off the team, dude. I can't stand it. Like, this guy is supposed to be some sort of leader in the clubhouse, and he does everything the right way and works so hard. This guy dogs it to first base all the time. Give me Brendan Donovan. Give me Lars Nootbaar. Like, those guys run it out every time. Even freaking Michael Ciani, dude, that guy busts his ass. Like, that's all I ask. Just bust.
To be fair.
Work.
Right. Ciani, yes, because he's still kind of earning a spot, right? So if he shows off laziness, that reflects a little bit different on him than it would Arenado.
Where's the call out? Where's the call out? Marmol called out Tyler O'Neill. Made a big stink about how Tyler O'Neill wasn't playing up to the Cardinal way. I've seen it too much from Arenado to, like, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. And
do we play Pittsburgh again at Pittsburgh this year?
No, they're done.
About to say you can go out there and yell at him.
Yeah, it worked for a couple of games, and now he doesn't care anymore, man. And like, I understand that, like, now you're eliminated, but I saw it the whole season. Like, I saw Arenado dog it on offense, on defense. He gave up on plays. Like, and his bat wasn't good enough to even come close to justifying his laziness, man. I can't. And Goldie too is these guys are supposed to be touted as like leaders in the locker room, and I just don't see it. Like I don't see it at all. And maybe it's behind closed doors. I don't know. And then Ollie Marmol apparently is really liked in the clubhouse. It doesn't make sense to me because they don't play like it. They don't seem to ever have any fire in their bellies at all. I'd almost rather get rid of Goldie and Arenado and just play young, hungry guys that want to play. I mean, Luke and Baker, that guy's a freaking golem, and he's
fast.
Yeah, he busted out a triple, man, and the guy has got to be 300 pounds. He's the new Matt Adams. He's huge. Like
Big City.
Hey, there's some news. Big City retired.
Yeah. He did. Actually, I was just looking at some stats. All right, so let's say these two players are in the same division or same conference.
Huh?
Baseball. Oh, AL. The same AL, same league, I guess.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
league.
know.
Okay.
Judge and Ohtani, right?
Okay.
Let me know which one would be MVP if they were in the same, let's say both in the AL.
Okay.
So 53 home runs for Judge, 51 for Ohtani.
Okay.
136 RBIs for Judge, 120 for Ohtani.
Okay.
125 walks for Judge, 77 for Ohtani.
Okay.
Strikeouts, 163, 158.
Wow, it's really that
Stolen
close.
bases,
Okay.
10 for Judge, 51 for Ohtani. And triples, 1 for Judge, 7 for Ohtani.
Okay.
Average is 321, 294. Who would be your MVP?
Aaron Judge.
Okay.
I would vote. I would vote Aaron Judge.
Okay.
Based on average, I mean, he wins the Triple Crown over him, right? So average RBIs and homers, he has the lead.
He does. Yep.
The walks are a result of there being more protection in the Dodgers lineup. The Yankees, for the longest time, it was Soto and Judge, and that was it. Like, there was no other protection in the lineup.
Judge has him beat by 50 walks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, protection.
Yeah, you don't want to walk Ohtani because then you got Freeman and Will Smith.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Like, all these guys that have been hot all year.
Yeah, both Judge and Soto, 125, 124 walks.
Yeah, I'd walk those two every time because then who's going to drive him in? You know what I mean? So
true.
Who would you vote for?
All right. The bigger spark plug, I feel like, is Ohtani.
Yeah.
But numbers-wise, I have to go Judge. Like you said, he beats him in the Triple Crown.
Yep.
But those stolen base triples, I mean, that's big.
Out of a DH. That's wild.
Yep. And then guess who leads the league in strikeouts? For a batter.
For a batter, strikeouts, Ellie De La Cruz.
204.
Who's next closest?
187, Ezekiel Tovar from Colorado.
Wow.
Both shortstops.
That's crazy, dude.
That's
so many.
That's a lot. And then, all right, put this in. All right, everyone was like, "Oh, Ellie De Cruz so fast, dude." He's only 13 ahead of Ohtani. And actually, Ohtani's got a better percentage. Ohtani's only been caught 4 times.
Wow. I bet
Ellie has been caught 16.
I bet Ohtani's been a better fielder too. I don't know how to check the fielding stats.
I mean, probably. He probably would be.
Yeah.
Because Ellie is just bad. But that's nuts. 16 caught stealing for Ellie with his speed. So that tells me that Ohtani's got a little bit of speed, but better timing.
Well, even Goldschmidt.
Right?
Goldschmidt has stolen bases just because he's wirely. You know what I mean? He's smart.
Yeah, and if you could time it right, you're good.
Yeah,
you can get a good jump.
I think Ellie De La Cruz is just really young and immature, and he needs to get some better coaching, to be honest with you. I think that'll help a lot. Some discipline.
52. Let me see here. Cincinnati Reds, 154. So, De La Cruz has only taken 2 games off all year.
Wow.
And Ohtani has only taken 3 games off all year.
Do you know that Marcell Ozuna hasn't missed a game?
What?
Yeah, Marcell Ozuna hasn't missed a game. Now, he's a DH, but that's pretty impressive still.
38 home runs. Oh, yeah, 153.
Yeah.
There's a few of them.
Yeah.
Castellanos.
That's funny.
Matt Olson.
Okay.
Pete Alonso.
Polar Bear. He's been having some
Bobby
injury
Witt.
issues. Dude, Bobby Witt, man. It's so tough. Like, obviously, Shohei Ohtani is kind of like a cornerstone. That's who you would probably take to start a franchise. But Bobby Witt is, what, 23? 24?
If that, let me see, 24.
Okay, so he's 24 years old. Otani's, what, 31, I think. So, I mean, he's a good cornerstone to build
32.
around, man. Ellie De La Cruz is good. Like I said, I think after
Gunnar.
you get some discipline, Gunnar Henderson would be a good one. Judge is hard because I think he's even older than Ohtani.
He's 32.
Yeah, he was a
He's
late
1 year
bloomer,
older.
which I've been seeing a lot of comparisons, and I'm really hoping that Jordan Walker and Judge have, like, very similar paths. Like, you figure Judge didn't make the majors until he was 24 or 25. And
2017.
so,
He's been around for that long, Judge?
yeah, he's been around
He came
7
out of the
years.
scene with a 52 home run season.
Wait, which year was that?
Damn. 2017.
That was his rookie year? Interesting. Well, so,
Apparently.
going off of, like, the whole Jordan Walker comparison, I really do think that part of it is he's so big and he is 21, 22 years old. Like, he hasn't grown into his body at all yet. Like, he doesn't have control of it. You know what I mean? Like, I really do
Just
think...
like a spider.
Yeah, he's very lanky and, like, he hasn't... Like, he's got bulk, he's got some size, but I think, like, learning body coordination with that, and I think that's why Judge, because he, like I said, he didn't crack the majors until he was in 2017. I think he was 25 when he cracked the majors finally. So you figure, give Jordan Walker a little bit more time to grow into his body a little bit and everything. I'm hoping he pans out, and I just hope the Cardinals don't give up on him beforehand, because I'm really sick of seeing Cardinals leave and then be really good afterwards. But
Tyler O'Neill.
oh, Tyler O'Neill, Dylan Carlson went down to Tampa Bay and was good in Tampa Bay after he left. I don't know.
Jack Flaherty.
Jack Flaherty's been good.
Lance Lynn.
I saw something. Last night could have been his last start as a Cardinal, because they may not.
Nah, we got to bring him
they may not-
back.
well, they have an option for next year, but it's $11 million, so I don't know if they'll bring him back or not. But it'd be cool.
How'd he pitch this year?
He pitched well. He was hurt for like all of August, but he pitched well.
That's what happens when you're chunky.
Yeah, dude, he's so fat. I love it. But all right, well,
Good epi.
so CJ, give us a review of your beer there, sir.
So it was the Early Glow Farmhouse Ale, my birthday beer from Joseph, my brother. It's called From the Ground Brewery. It's down in Red Hook, New York. I didn't like it. It had, I don't know, maybe the beer was bad or something. It didn't really have any, like, head on it when it poured out.
Gotta have head, man.
But it may just be a cider, but it was like, it was weird.
Not your
I'm gonna give it-
groove, not your thing.
I'm gonna get thrown out at first. Yeah,
Thrown out.
I wasn't a fan.
Routine
Yeah,
ground ball. Is that what that means?
I wouldn't drink this again unless I get a fresh one, maybe a tap or something. I don't know.
Maybe try another.
I can't do it again.
Like, how many? Is it just one bottle, or did you get multiple bottles?
Yeah, just one
Okay,
bottle.
I was gonna say maybe another bottle would be better.
But maybe.
Dude, Braylon Allen is a monster. Let's.
Did he
go.
score a touchdown?
No, but he just ran the ball for 10 yards and threw a dude off of him who's 10 years his senior, because he is 20 years old.
He's a rookie, right?
Yeah, he's a monster, dude. I love this kid. All right.
Jeebus.
All right. On that
Let's
note,
go watch some football.
yes. Thank you, everybody, for listening tonight to Lumber and Loggers, presented by Draft Day Sports. You can find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X at Lumber and Loggers. All one word. It's spelled out. There is no ampersand. It is the and is spelled out. So, again, thank you, everybody, for listening, and we will see you tomorrow night.
Peace.